Hello everyone, Zellerant here, and today we're looking at Etheria Restart and another character. And so this is going to be one that was announced within the live stream that was not available in the prior beta, but is one of the top units that I am looking forward to coming out and hopefully being able to get a copy of, as she is one of my target units to utilize. And that is going to be Tsukiyo Mia, or Mi, Tsukiyo Mi, which is right here. One thing I really like about her kit is she does have a lot of speed manipulation, or speed/turn manipulation in her kit, which I find is going to be one of the most important things when it comes to controlling the battles within PvP. Because if you can control the flow of the battle, you're going to have a huge advantage, and that is one thing that she has all up in her kit. And so let's just go ahead and get right into it. Another big thing you're going to see right off the bat on her basic attack here is that she actually skills off defense, not attack when it comes to doing damage. And so as you read here, the best defense is a calculated offense. Tsukiyo Mi deals damage equal to 320% of her defense to a single enemy and increases the turn meter of the ally with the highest attack by 25%. So you can already see two great things in here. Not only she scales off defense, but she's now going to look for your highest attack unit within your team and increases their turn meter by 25%. So your main damage dealer is going to be moving much quicker when you're pairing them alongside her. Now, the one thing that's kind of a negative this, I won't say it's a negative, but depending on the rest of your team and how they scale, because there may be some other units that scale on attack that might not be your main attackers, that could be a pitfall in that this may go to the wrong unit based on how your builds go. I haven't really messed around with team builds with her, but that could be a downside that you might have to kind of manipulate your modules to make sure the unit that you want her applying this to is the one with the highest attack. I haven't, this will be something more on launch to look at when it comes to building your teams and seeing who she works best with regards to having your attack there. But we have that. We go to her second skill here, which is Bee's Swarm. Tsukiyo Mi drives a swarm of enemy bees, dealing damage equal to 320% of her defense to all enemies. Always like my AoE, and that's going to be always be nice in PvP. But then it also has this other effect after it, with a 45% chance to inflict a one-turn silence on them. And silence, as you can see here, is a debuff that allows them only to cast one skills. So that's another kind of controlling the battlefield type skill where you're preventing specific units' capabilities from being used, which can give you that advantage. But then you also have the second part here, which I think is another really important part of this kit, which is this attack also reduces all skill cooldowns for all allies by 1 turn. Now, this is a 4-turn cooldown skill itself, so this is at best maybe in a PvP match going to get used twice. But this is going to be huge, especially for characters with large cooldowns, because you can reduce it by 1. And like I said, if you could take the advantage right off the bat in the fight, so in the beginning you get yourself ahead of the turn order and speed, and then you're reducing cooldowns after all of your other allies use their big hitting high skilled cooldown attacks, and then she reduces it by 1. I think that's going to be really useful in being able to take over the battle and kind of shift it in your favor in PvP. Now, we'll kind of have to see in that when it kind of looks to kind of finding her synergies, but I think that's going to be very, very important. And then you have her one over here, her third one, her buffing skill here, Golden Hour. This is also a 4-turn cooldown skill as well, as this one is Seize the Golden Hour to grasp the best offensive opportunity. Tsukiyo Mi increases the target ally's turn meter by 100%. So just think of her like a character like Bronya from HSR, if you've ever played HSR. 100% turn meter, and then her own by 35%. And then applies attack up and speed up on all allies for 2 turns. This one is pretty massive. Huge increase to attack at 40% and increases speed by 30%. This is all turn. This is like, not only are you getting that speed and attack to make you go faster and do more damage, but you're also being able to pick a unit and re-upping them right off the bat with the turn meter. And then she's going to be getting re-upped a lot quicker, which is nice in the fact that this is something where you could maybe go from this into, say, something like this, and then onto this attack. So she has kind of a nice rotation going with her, and then you basically do this a couple times and then lead right back into that rotation. And so I think she's overall looking like a very, very good character for PvP side of things. Now, And the other thing is she's not a light or dark unit. One of the big things that you're going to see a lot of people talking about are the light and dark units, because they are probably going to be the strongest units in the game, but also the hardest ones to acquire. While the ones and the others are the ones that you're going to get more often, more likely, and she is one of those. And I think she's a great unit to target. Now, I wouldn't say she's probably going to be a first choice for many people. If you're not going to be re-rolling, and you're only going to really have that guarantee with the selector, she may not be the best choice for everybody, because she really wants to be paired alongside a main carry. As you can already see, she picks someone with her ultimate to give them a turn meter increase immediately, as well as her basic attack, increasing the turn meter for your person with your highest attack. So she really wants to be paired with somebody else that is really good, or your main damage dealer. And if you don't have that side of things on the SSR side, it can be a little bit, I could see her being a little bit weaker for your account until you have that. But other than that, I think she's overall a great unit. Definitely one I want to get so that I can... I pretty much want all of the turn manipulators. So you have her, you have Lily, and some of the others. And so we'll just kind of have to see over time how my account shapes up. But yeah, she is definitely a great unit overall. And then we also have here, one thing I haven't really shown on my other ones that I want to try and get into with future videos on characters. And I will be doing follow-ups on every character as well. This is mostly just introductions to them when it comes to actually building them, and their sets when it comes to like their modules and what shell you may want to put on them. I will be doing follow-up videos going into that. But also right here, when you when it comes to looking at these characters, they have right now, there's going to be more information in here in the future. Right now, this is just kind of the initial stuff here, but you can have it show who are her current like recommended partners currently. And actually, one thing that is great with her is she does come with, she partners well with Leon, which is the unit that we all are getting for free at the start of the game. Then you have the shell. Now the thing is, this is an early shell here, the Scorpion Queen. It's not one of the late game shells, which I'll showcase those later when I kind of show how you want to build her. And then your modules / key attributes. Now when it comes to the modules, I'm telling you, Swift Rush is probably going to be one of the best ones for everybody, just because to me, turn manipulation is going to be very important overall in this game. But we'll kind of have to see. I will start doing those videos as we actually get closer to launch. Well, this is more just introducing it for going into the final test here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Definitely one of my favorite characters, especially of like the newer ones that they announced. With the only, like I said, the only real negative for her being that she really wants to be tied to your main damage dealer, which as of right now, if she's the only one that you get at this point, is going to be Leon. Now, luckily, we're all going to be getting a copy of her, and she can be that main carry, so you can pair her with that. But you're going to see the common advice from many of the content creators being Tiamat as like the unit to use your selector for on the beginner's banner. But yeah, overall, definitely a great character, and we'll kind of have to see if I can get her with some luck. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like my content, if you could like, comment, subscribe, it really helps, and thanks for watching.